Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to All Sports Western New York. Your old buddy Bob Kuczynski. We're out here this week at the annual Ilio DiPaolo Scholarship Golf Tournament at Wanaka Country Club. It's a beautiful day. We're going to be talking to some of the people that are out here in just a few minutes, including Dennis DiPaolo, who, of course, he and his dad put this together some 35 years ago. But also on tonight's show, we'll be out at Chef's Restaurant, where Lou Billatier Jr. will be unveiling their new garage pizza. We've got some celebrities there and a very special half Polish, half Italian mixture I think you're going to like. And last but not least, we'll be out at UB for the Summer Olympic, Special Olympic opening ceremonies. I had the opportunity, the honor of being the MC for the Special Olympics opening ceremonies once again out at UB. So that'll be a little later on in the show. But first, let's go and talk to the guy who's one of the chairmen of the annual DiPaolo Scholarship Golf Outing, and that is Dennis DiPaolo. Dennis, another beautiful day for the Scholarship Fund Golf Tournament. This is how many now?
This is our 35th year, actually, and we're so honored to be continue on. It's something my father started way back when as a fundraiser through the Rotary Club and for OLV Hospital and the many charities throughout Western New York. And today we continue that tradition with the funds tonight going to People Incorporated, as well as the Ilio DiPaolo Scholarship Fund. So it's a great thrill, and People Inc., I mean, they do so much in our community, and it's such a vital part in taking care of Western New York here that we're honored to be in. Their support is overwhelming, as you can see here today with their volunteers and their participation.
Now, I don't go back quite 35 years, but I go back a ways. What are some of the more memorable years and some of the more memorable characters who've been out at this outing?
Oh, geez, when we had Giant Baba there, he ate 12 hot dogs at one point. You know, Rick Azar and Paul McGuire, Carmen Basilio, my father trying to tip the card over on him, and you know, from the South Shore Country Club to Briarwood, up to even to Stevensville for a couple of years. It's been a great tradition, a lot of fun, and just wonderful people. And ironically, most of the people that are even here today have been with my father for 35 years. It's a great following, and we're so blessed to have friends like that, and you're one of them.
Well, I appreciate that. I vividly remember Carmen Basilio, world champion boxer. He and Paul McGuire would hold court afterwards at the dinner back then at your restaurant, and it would be a roast beyond roast. I mean, it was classic stuff. It
was phenomenal, the memories and the stories. You could go on, and thank goodness one of our friends videotapes. We do have a lot of those on tape and the stories, but some of them we can't repeat. But either way, it was just phenomenal, and they always and that's the thing, when the celebrities do show up, and the Bills and the coaches and the hockey players, and Dominic DiNucci's with us here today, and the Destroyer, so the wrestling community's here. But we're so honored that through the many years and great friends that we've had.
Now, many think that the Buffalo Jills are not working this year, but you have the ladies here, and they are called?
They're called by their own name, the DiPaolo Divas. So, and it's ironic, and you know, we feed them very well, so it covers their no, but
they're like me. They work for food.
They work for food and homemade wine and limoncello for
yeah, of course.
No, it is funny, but yeah, but you know, because it is such, the Buffalo Jills is such a vital part of our community, and it's sad to see what's happened there. That they volunteered to say we want to be part of the DiPaolo's the tradition, and they came up with the name DiPaolo Divas, and you know, it's just great thing.
Now, it was pouring yesterday, but your dad must have pulled some strings with the man upstairs, because we got a great day.
Well, it's been 19 years, Bob, and with all the friends that have joined them, and we were so blessed, as you and I know, with our family and our parents, that you know, I said, Dad, it's in your name. Can you at least talk to the Lord for a little blessing here today? And as you can see, the skies opened up, so we were good to go. So
now, somebody who won't be here this year, who's here every year, and that, of course, is Jim Kelly. We were at his outing last week, and you've seen Jim this week. How's he doing?
Jim actually was on Thursday when we had food there with him, and actually was a great sign. He looked a lot stronger than he was the week before, and actually he said, Dennis, I can smell the garlic, I can smell the beans. And I said, that's a great sign, you know. So, and the sisters of all of the people that have been praying, the Sisters of Mercy and the Franciscan Malson, saying the healing has begun. So the prayers seem to be working, and you know, every day he gets a little bit stronger. And as you know, there's always ups and downs. But yeah, hopefully, actually today, needless to say, he can't make it and he can't be here, but his thoughts and prayers. But hopefully today he's supposed to be heading home. So we're waiting for that call.
Now it's a great honor. We're here with the great wrestling champ, Dominic DiNucci. Dominic, you've been a fixture here, and of course you were a great friend of Ilio DiPaolo.
Yes, sir, I was. Hey, I'm not saying for a long time. Okay, we traveled together. When I started, he was coming to Montreal, I coming to Buffalo, and then we were going to Boston together, Cleveland, everywhere. We were very close at that time, and he was a good man.
Who spoke English better, you or Ilio?
Between the two, we just make one.
Now, you come up, you're still a big part of the DiPaolo family. It's got to be like seeing relatives when you come up here.
Yes, because I knew the whole family. Matter of fact, one time I stayed at this house, not all, the whole week, because we came in from Cleveland and we were going to Boston the next day. And he said, well, where are you going? I said, I'm going to go to the hotel downtown. And he said, I don't know. He said, come on, come to the house. And I think the kid was like 3 or 4 years old. And I spent two or 3 days there. When we come back from Boston, I stayed one more time. And it was like a family thing,
Yeah.
you know. But
You didn't have any glasses of homemade wine when you were there, did you?
no. And that time I was too young. I didn't drink it.
Now, believe it or not, well, Ilio left us 19 years ago, and you were there at the very first Wrestling Legends of the Odd, which had 16,000 people there at the old Memorial Auditorium. That still, I look back, that was still quite a night.
I think, yes, because you make you feel good, because let's face it, you work hard, but then you have to produce to the fan.
Right.
If you think the fan you're okay, well, then they come to see you. If that's the way it is. If not, if they don't like you, forget it.
You wrestled that night. When was the last time you were in the ring?
Last time I was in the ring in Toronto about 3 years ago.
Oh,
And
wow.
but I was in a tag team match. When some of the boys I trained, like Shane Douglas and Mickey Foley, they were there. And we were, I said, you do this, you do that, and I stay in the corner.
Wow.
No, but it's a common day you cannot do. And it'd be silly to say, now I'm 78, and you think I'm going to go in the ring? No, absolutely not. But you go to have fun. They were raising the money, so I did. I did for that. But you come a day, you have to have a step. That's it. You can't do it anymore.
Right. And he was a big favorite up here in Buffalo, and especially when you wrestle with Ilio. There's a great Italian-American community in this region, so it's always great to see you. All the best, and have fun out there on the links.
I hope so.
All right.
Thank you.
Paul.
Nice seeing you again. Who the hell are you?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. Rick Azar. Rick hasn't looked this good in a while.
God, no, he hasn't. I'll tell you what. If you're doing a Rick Azar impression, you're having a hell of a time.
Now, who are your friends?
No.
They're not your friends?
No.
Why are they sitting here with you?
I have no idea.
Yeah?
No, I was sitting here by myself enjoying a nice brunch, wondering what the hell's going on here. And then I realized that these guys are all going to play golf.
So you just happened to stumble upon Wanaka and a golf tournament broke
Well, I'm a
out.
member here, and I come up here on Mondays to have lunch, and I was by myself, and then all these guys join me, and they're all on my tab.
All on your tab. Is that true, Booker?
Absolutely right. One thing about it is we didn't know who he was at the first. Now that we know who he is, we're gonna run up his tab a lot right now.
You know Eddie Rakowski?
That is Eddie Rakowski, yeah. Can
he's the guy.
you get around and get a shot, Eddie?
No idea who he's talking to on the phone. He's just talking to someone. Will Fowler.
Will Fowler.
Original Buffalo Bill.
Yeah.
And Bobby Mangano, the original bald man. I'm serious. He's the original bald man.
I don't know how much of this we'll be able to use,
You
but
can use that. He's the original bald man. Bobby Mangano.
Bald, B-A-L-B.
Bulb.
Oh.
B-U-L-B, you dummy. No, this is, we're talking about Ilio DiPaolo. I think every one of us that played with the Buffalo Bills, the first time you came to town, you met him. And I came here in '64 from San Diego, and he's the first guy I ever met with Ron McDowell and Tom Sesak. And, there was no finer gentleman in all of Buffalo than Ilio DiPaolo.
I think last year you told a story about smuggling pizzas up to the hotel room during training camp.
Yeah, he used to help out a lot. He made some of our linemen much fatter than they needed to be. He really did. He slowed down our receivers, but we still won, no matter what he did.
And when you called him on the phone to order pizza, who translated?
Well, Dennis his son now does the best Ilio DiPaolo, but in those days, we had nobody. But when you said pizza, he knew sausage, pepperoni, and cheese. Other than that, It didn't matter. No, just put it on dough.
All right. Yeah, it's been a great day out here. There'll be more coming up in a few minutes. We'll be out at Chef's Restaurant as Lou Billatier Jr. unveils the chef's new garage pizza. We'll be back right after this.